Campeão mundial de pôquer em 2003, Chris Moneymaker mudou a história do nosso jogo. E agora está aqui mais uma vez no Brasil, né? Uma honra recebê-lo. Vamos conversar com o Chris e saber o que ele está achando dessa festa maravilhosa que está sendo o BSOP. How are you doing, Chris?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Todo bien, todo bien.
Sí.
Chris,
I'm done. That's all I got.
Chris, what about the BSOP and the whole scenario?
It's insane. I mean, I came down here last year. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect. Whenever I go to a new stop, you sort of walking in blind. And I walk into the room and I see 100 poker tables spread out everywhere. It's just insane. So I immediately knew I had to come back this year. Looking at just the field size and the value that you had, it's really insane. So happy to be back. Again, we're at a bigger and nicer location this year. And, for people that haven't been down here or haven't come to this, it's a unique stop that you need to check out because the play is unique and the venue is top notch. And, just walking in the room, it gives you a really surreal, chilling feeling to see that many poker players and that many players spread across the room. It's also pretty daunting thinking that you have to go through all these people to win this tournament, but they can only put 9 in front of you at a time, so that's good.
That's great. How about the Brazilian players? They keep chasing you on the table, or it is quite different?
I don't think they chase me. I think they chase everybody. It's very unique. Brazilian poker players are unique to, in a lot of ways, to what I'm used to. I play with so many people. I'm used to a set specific style. The internet has pretty much normalized poker to where people play under certain guidelines, if you will, or certain rules that are sort of understood. And it's fantastic and also troubling and also good that Brazilians have their own style and their own way of approaching the game. It makes for a very unique mix at the table. The one thing it does is you're always entertained and you're always paying attention because there's so many different personalities and so many different variants of the way people play on the table. So to me, like playing the 4 days I've been down here, I've been really paying attention to the table because there are so many variables that are really like wild cards. And I think that's, just the Brazilian character coming through. I mean, you don't go to poker tournaments when people are literally dancing and cheering in the walkways, and they're doing that down here. I mean, Brazilians have always been the most festive, outgoing people, and it definitely comes through in their play. And, just being around the atmosphere is so cool and so unique that you just don't see it in poker very often. So I do enjoy coming down here. When you go to a lot of the other stops, it's a lot of somber, everybody's grinding seriously and no one's really having that much fun. Everybody down here is just having a blast. The only thing down here that's so unique is when you finish a poker tournament and you walk outside and it's 8 o'clock in the morning. That happens nowhere else in the world that I've ever played. I mean, it's definitely unusual. You start a poker tournament at 8 p.m. at night or midnight or whatever it is. So I think the Mediterranean has a few of those, but for the most part, this is the only place I've seen it.
Great. And what about, how about São Paulo, the city? What can you say about it?
Well, the traffic sucks.
yeah, the traffic is terrible, man.
Honestly,
we live here.
Yeah, since I've been down here, it's been raining like every day, or I've been in the poker room. So usually when I go on a city, I try to go and experience the city one day. I haven't had that opportunity yet. Hopefully I don't get that opportunity because I'm in the main event the entire time. But if I do get the opportunity, I'm going to have to pick my time slot very well, obviously, because the one thing in the 2 times I've been down here I've learned is if you go out at the wrong time, you're going to be sitting in traffic for hours. It's just, I've never been in traffic unless I'm in like New York City, to where it's all day, all night traffic. I mean, you look outside at 3 a.m. and there's still lots of cars on the road. I mean, it's actually moving, but there's lots of cars.
Yeah.
But then the bicycles here are just crazy. You're sitting and they're just like flying 100 miles an hour by your head. So, I haven't been out to experience the city yet. I do want to. The traffic just scares the living bejesus out of me.
How do you think poker will be the next years? It will be necessary to have another Chris Moneymaker effect or something?
There's only one Chris Moneymaker, dude. There's the Jake Cody and stuff, but no. No, you know, poker, it's definitely evolving and it's changed, obviously, in 12 years. It's continuing to do so, and, you know, it's always good to have new personalities, new ambassadors. I think Martin Jacobson's going to do a good job. You know, the challenge with poker in today's world is just the government's putting so many restrictions and regulations on it and breaking it up into, you know, country-specific, you know, player pools and things like that. A lot of countries don't have the player mass to really support it. Heck, the United States right now, we're dealing with that. You know, they've broken it down to state level, and individual states don't have the player mass to support a room. So until the governments can somehow all agree on legislation and, you know, regulation, you know, poker's just it's a changing thing, and I mean it's always going to be here in some form or fashion. It's just 10 years from now, I don't know where we're going to be. I mean, you know, we're at such a whim.
It depends on governments.
Yeah, you know, it's you know, this game is unfortunately affected so greatly by what other people do to our industry. So, and you know, it happens in other industries as well. But you know, our lifestyle changes based on other countries or your own country or whatever making rules changes. I mean, you know, I had to move out of my country to continue working my job.
Yeah.
You know, and there are other rules like I think Mexico is talking about now. So, I mean, I've got a lot of friends that live in Mexico that play, and they may have to go find somewhere else. So it's
moving around all the time.
Yep. I mean, it's a tough lifestyle. So, and I tell people all the time, if you're looking at doing this to make a profession, to make sure you have a backup plan, because you don't know 5-10 years from now what's going to be or what's going to do. And
you can make a lot of
I don't
plans.
think any one person ambassador-wise is going to change that. It doesn't matter really who you are. It really just comes back to, you know, helping the players connect with one another and play in playing pools that are sufficient and keeps people playing, basically. I guess is the best way to put it.
Understand. And how about your life? What can you say about it?
You know, it's great. Got 3 kids at home. Down here on Thanksgiving, which is a little bit rough. It's a big holiday back in the States. But,
yeah.
You know, the good thing is I've got a very understanding wife, and she understands this is my job. And, you know, as long as I'm there for Christmas and majority of the birthdays, you know, everything's pretty good. So everything's just, it's really cool. I got a lot of fun things working as far as the business aspect of poker, and you know, I'm enjoying playing poker, enjoy family life. So yeah, things are really, really good.
Okay. And what do you think about Martin Jacobson, the brand new world champion?
I think he's going to be a great champion. I mean, I didn't watch the final table. I watched a little bit of it. From what I saw, he played really well. But more than anything else, I saw some of the interviews he's done afterwards, and really impressed. I've got several mutual friends. I've actually been in contact with him, and maybe working on a project with him coming up here soon.
Oh, great.
So we might be making an announcement, hopefully, cross my fingers, next month about that. So I don't know, we'll see. But as far as him, he's going to be a great ambassador, I feel, and he's going to represent the game very well. We obviously come from very different views. I mean, he's vegan and health conscious, and I'm a big guy that falls out of chairs.
Yeah, I'm a big guy too. I'm with you.
Yeah, but you didn't just like crack your back on the back of a chair because you're trying to be funny.
O Chris está falando que aconteceu incidente aqui antes da entrevista começar, né? Infelizmente não foi gravado, né? Mas
I don't know what he's saying, but he's probably making fun of me.
Mas vai ficar na nossa memória. No, I'm talking about the incident that is not on the records, but it's okay. Thank you, Chris.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Hope you recover.
It's gonna take some time. I'll be honest.
Chris Moneymaker.